Okay, so now we will get into energy value. What is energy value? It is actually the total amount of energy released by 1 gram of food when it is oxidized completely. It is measured in heat energy, which is kilojoule per gram. Other than that, we also use calorie. The connection between these two is that 1 calorie is equivalent to 4.2 joule. 4.2 joule is actually the total amount of heat energy needed to increase the temperature of water by 1 Celsius.
So now we go through for the first experiment for this subchapter, which is balanced diet. So activity 9.4, studying the energy value of food sample. This is the experiment. So the problem statement is which food sample has the highest energy value? And the hypothesis is that make is groundnuts have a higher energy value compared to cashew nuts. So we have the variables, manipulated variables, type of food sample, responding variables, energy value of food sample, and lastly fixed variables, water mass. And the materials we use for this experiment is distilled water, food samples, we use cashew nuts and groundnuts, cotton wool, and plasticine. And apparatus, rated stand with a clamp, thermometer, boiling tube, long needle, electric weighing scale, barrier, measuring cylinder, and Bunsen burner. So, the procedure is weigh a cashew nut using an electric weighing scale and record its mass. Next, measure 20 ml of distilled water using a measuring cylinder and pour it into a boiling tube, like this. Pour the distilled water in this boiling tube and clamp the boiling tube to the rated stand and put it in the thermometer like this. So, next, fix the position of the thermometer using cotton wool and record the initial temperature of the distilled water. Next, stick the cashew nut on the needle and hold the needle upright using plasticine like this picture, and place the barrier around the apparatus setup. Next, light the cashew nut using a Bunsen burner and place it below the boiling tube. Stir the water in the boiling tube slowly and record its highest temperature after the cashew nuts has completely burned. Then, replace the water in the boiling tube and repeat step 1 to 9 using groundnuts, which is a next food sample, and calculate the energy value for each food sample. So, how to calculate the energy value? So, example 1, energy value of food groundnuts 20 times 4.2 times 23 and divide by 520, and we get 3.715 kilojoule per gram. And next example 2, energy value of food cashew nuts 20 times 4.2 times 21 divided by 480 equals 3.675. So we know that groundnuts is more energy value than the cashew nuts. So why we use this experiment to measure the energy value is because the energy value in food is measured in the form of heat energy that is in kilojoule per gram. So we must do combustion to the food to know how much energy value from the heat energy release.
Okay, next we move on to activity 9.5, determining the contents of vitamin C in fruit juice and vegetable juice. Our statement is, which fruit juice or vegetable juice has the highest content of vitamin C? Given the hypothesis, orange juice has the highest content of vitamin C compared to lime juice and carrot juice. Okay, manipulated variables that can be made in this experiment is types of fruits and vegetable juice. For the response variables, volume of fruit juice or vegetable juice needed to decolorize the CPIP solution. And the last one, for the fixed variables, can make is concentration of the CPIP solution and concentration of an ascorbic acid solution. Materials that we need for this experiment is orange juice, lime juice, and fresh carrot juice, 0.1% ascorbic acid solution, 1% of the CPIP solution, and distilled water. Apparatus that we need for this experiment is syringe needles of 1 ml and 5 ml, knife, 50 ml beaker, specimen tube, juicer, and sieve. For the procedure, first step is put 1 ml of 1% CPIP solution in a specimen tube. Second, fill the 5 ml syringe needle with a 0.1% ascorbic acid solution, but ensure that there are no air bubbles trapped in it. Third, Insert the tip of the syringe needle into the specimen tube and drip ascorbic acid drop by drop into the DCPIP solution while stirring slowly until the blue color of the DCPIP solution is decolorized. Fourth, record the volume of the 0.1% ascorbic acid solution needed to decolorize the blue color of the DCPIP solution. Fifth, repeat steps 1 to 4 twice to get the average volume for each different juice. And 6, record the volume of each juice in table below. And the last one, 7, calculate the concentration of vitamin C of each juice using the following formula. Okay, you can see that percentage of vitamin C equal to volume of ascorbic acid solution divided by volume of juice used and times by 0.1%. For the vitamin C concentration, it's equal to volume of ascorbic acid solution divided by volume of juice used times by 1.0%.
Imbalanced diet can cause obesity. So what is obesity? Obesity is caused by the excessive fat in your body as a result of imbalanced diet and use of energy. Obesity can be very bad as it can cause diseases such as diabetes mellitus and cardiovascular disease such as hypertension and atherosclerosis, which may lead to heart attack.
Right, so now we will be going into a new subtopic, which is health issues related to the digestive system and eating habits, adaptation of digestive organs. Obesity is a health issue on the rise throughout the world. Although obesity can be controlled through diet management and routine exercise programs, at times obesity requires medical treatment. Specialist doctor may suggest surgical procedure to reduce body weight such as gastric bypass. A gastric bypass involves a reduction of the stomach size using various methods of surgery. Among the short-term side effects of this surgery are acid reflux, nausea, vomiting, expanded esophagus, certain food prohibition, and risk of infection. The long-term side effects are dizziness, low blood sugar level, malnutrition, stomach ulcer, and defecation problems.
Now for health issues related to defecation. The food class that is most important in the defecation process is fiber. Intake of diet that is high in fiber, such as fruits and vegetables, can smoothen bowel movements. This can prevent health problems such as constipation, colon cancer, rectum cancer, and hemorrhoid. Some of the functions of fiber are to stimulate peristalsis, absorb and expel toxic substances, regulate the absorption of glucose, especially for diabetes mellitus patients, and to increase the population of beneficial bacteria in the large intestine. Besides, the intake of a large amount of water can ensure that the feces stay soft and move easily along the large intestine to aid the process of defecation.
Next, we'll move on to health issues related to eating habits. First, gastritis. Gastritis is the effect of inflammation and corrosion of stomach epithelial tissues by gastric juice. So, untreated gastritis can cause gastric ulcers. The causes of gastritis is irregular quantities of food at irregular hours and excessive intake of painkillers and alcohol. Next is anorexia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa is teenage girls who are obsessed with their body weight. Anorexics will avoid food to achieve their body weight goals. They also suffer psychological problems and nutrient deficiency because of their normal digestive system is infected. Lastly, muscle dysmorphia. Some people feel that their size is small with not enough growth, so they will subject themselves with extreme weightlifting training and exercise. Sometimes there are people who consume steroids and muscle building supplements in order to make their size bigger.